I'm Lloyd Holiday, and this is the Cost of a Thing podcast. Thanks for listening in today. So what happened to that great standard of living that we used to enjoy here in America in the 1960s and even into the 1970s? Well, that's what the Cost of a Thing podcast is all about, and that's what I'm going to be talking about here. Now, last summer, we all saw all these riots. It was supposedly by people who were trying to help poorer people, the less privileged people, have a better go in life, make their lives better. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they said they're trying. So they're rioting. They're protesting that these people aren't getting a fair deal, and they're protesting, I guess, to the government, for the government to make some changes to make it better, a better life for these people. So they go in and they smash up the cities and they burn the inner cities up and trash everything, break all the windows, and make a big mess. Well, okay, for the time being, that's over with. And did anything improve for these underprivileged, poorer people living in the ghettos and the poor parts of town and things like that? No, I don't see anything that's improved. Nothing's improved. It was just a big waste of energy, in my opinion. Now, what would do some good for the poor, underprivileged people in this country? Well, if all of these rioters would have got together and focused their energy, and instead of tearing up those communities and burning them, what if they'd have went in and fixed them up? What if they'd have went in and cleaned up the streets, picked up all the trash, mowed the lawns, painted the front houses, did some repairs on the houses, on the roofs and the siding and the porches, and even inside the houses. Took that energy and money, time, went in and actually did something to improve these poorer neighborhoods where these people don't live very well. And there's a lot of crime. Maybe they could stand guard in those communities on the corners and make sure that crimes don't happen. Now, that would actually help the people in those communities. It might actually do some good for those people. But I don't see it. I don't see Chicago. There's still all these murders going on down there and lots of trashy neighborhoods and just run down parts of town that don't look very nice. Very low standards of living there. Crummy house in a high crime area. A lot of these people don't have the money to fix up their houses. So yeah, these guys could do some good. They could go in there with these thousands of people they had. We're going to clean up these towns. Wouldn't that be great? They could put that on the news. They could show that. They could show them working over there with show them with the paintbrush and a hammer, trucks from the lumber yard rolling in and bringing some, I bet a lot of people would get behind that. You might get a lot of donations from around the country and really fix up some of these neighborhoods where it's not very nice to live, where these people live. That would improve their lives. And say they had less crime and didn't have to worry about getting robbed as much. Why don't they do that? I never see that. I never see that happening. So that would make a nicer community for these people. They talk about their communities. Well, why don't they go in there and improve their communities? These people that want to make a better go of it for these people. I would love to see that, and I just never do see it. All I saw was a bunch of destruction. It seemed to me like a lot of offensive talk, a lot of just nastiness. Even a bunch of people got killed. It's like my dad would say when I was a kid, anybody can smash something, destroy something. That's easy. He would say, try building something, making something. Now, that's what's hard. That's what's worthwhile. So I'm going to wrap this up, and they're protesting and rioting to get the government to do something. Well, I got news for these people. The government is not going to make these people's lives or neighborhoods better. What makes a neighborhood nice is not the government, it's the people in that neighborhood. If you look at any nice neighborhood, you're not going to see the government in there working on that neighborhood. You're going to see each individual homeowner taking care of his home and making that neighborhood nice. And that's what creates a nice neighborhood. And that's what I hope these rioters and protesters figure out, rather than wasting their time smashing things and destroying things and burning, causing violence to people, property. Get in there, fix those neighborhoods up. That would make that real difference. Instead of protesting, pick up a hammer, broom, take a trash can over there, clean things up. Maybe have a group of guys stand guard in those high crime areas so we don't have so many crimes happening there. That might actually make a difference in these people's lives. I see a lot of virtue signaling and not any real work being done. A lot of big talk, nothing to help these people. Thank you for listening in today. And until next time, this is Lloyd Holiday signing off.